response. What I will say is, though, there was an interesting tweet that Magic made. You know, I was just browsing afterwards, just curious as to any tweets that came up. And he's tilted. He is mega tilted. So I guess that would explain his performance. I guess that would maybe explain how Dignitas were coming into those T rounds towards the second overtime climax. I do wonder if that tilt is going to continue on to Cobblestone. After losing 22-18, whatever it was in the end, that's got to be a shot right to the fields. But Dignitas will be starting on the T side. ESL, who was a top fragger or thereabouts on the first map, is going to be looking in mids. We do have a run boost potential. Not run boost, sorry. Just a boost over. And then walking to the leaning tower of terrorists, and Dead Fox with a double headshot with his Glock. Alrighty then. I see a lot of people are doubting his legitimacy. I haven't really seen anything that's made me question it too much. Then again, I'm kind of half asleep, so that probably isn't boding well for me. But Angel is on the other side of the wall to MSL, who is going to get picked off. And exchanging blows with the mid player of Config, who's about to get ripped from a Bondic, who's looking for another frag. This time it's going to be Rubino in the doors. And Rubino actually lands himself a frag, so I thought he'd go down without much of a fight, but that definitely wouldn't be the case. Looking for the next player. Heard footsteps to his right-hand side. And Dead Fox does pick himself up the frag. Check HLTV, Mr. Caster. If I check HLTV after alt tab, it's going to freeze the stream. So, by all means, type whatever it is you want me to look at. Anyway, it's important to mention that the leaderboard as it currently stands in the EPL, Dignitas now 9-6, but they're still up there in the top 5 or 6 teams. So, this round of map may very well be crucial to their future in the EPL and getting through to the next stage. They pretty much just got to turn their attention away from what just happened and focus on the topic at hand. And Cobblestone is a map that Dignitas are normally pretty damn strong on. They have lost Magic first. Grenade lands by his feet and then he gets picked up back down afterwards. Sticko's going to get himself one as well once in on the action. And Hellraisers will very likely convert this round from here on out. Couple deagles on the site. Dino not for much longer. Bondic with another one. And they're almost on for the team ace, actually. If Dead can bag himself a frag, they'll actually be on for the team ace with everyone taking part in a kill. But Config wants no part of this. Deagle Kevlar running on away. I has bear. Thanks, bro. Glad you enjoy it. 3 Mac 10s. Which they will keep going through into the next round. There's no doubting that. Farming Frenzy, in effect. Dignitas will have no buy into the next round. All they'll have is configured a Deagle. No reason to invest anything more. So, Hellraisers will be firm favourites to take a 3-0. At that point, Dignitas will have a buy. Judging from the amount of kills they've got thus far, it won't be a great one. Maybe FAMAS's and M4s. Yes, Amedis. How you doing? So Deagle was saved. I'm curious where Config is going to go with this. If they're going to try a 4-player stack with Config on A by himself. Config is typically the B platform player. But indeed it is going to be the 4-player stack with Config using the Deagle. And let's see if he gets anything done. Bunch of bodies coming his way. He's going to get tagged slightly. Slows him down for a couple of seconds. But he should be okay to escape through mid. Now looking back up long though. He's going to have another crack at the whip and see if he can get himself some players. Dead Fox near the side of the door. And we'll get the better of him. Just comes around with the timing. And now it's down to the default pistols. The ones that have very little firepower and very little hope. Magic by himself now on B side. Had a struggle in the first half. of gameplay between these two teams, I think it's safe to say. USP, can he get any kills? No one's lost any health just yet. Angel, meanwhile, does put down MSL. Now it's up to Magic. Down he goes. And Dignitas looking for yet another exit frag scenario. Hellraisers will take a quick fire 3-0 lead. Can I say babam? There you go. Cajun actually got 2 kills out of that. What the actual hell? Okay, that affords him an AWP now and a tasty amount of Kevlar behind it. Alongside some nades. So those 2 frags actually do mean a little bit. Gives him some more utility. Do you have a personal Twitch? Yeah, it's the same as my name. It's just my Twitch channel. So just Twitch TV/Metas. I don't really cast there a great deal. I mainly just stream games like CS, Overwatch, stuff like that. Shameless plug, of course, but there you go. So, Dignitas are going to have a decent buy, actually better buy than I expected because of some of the kills they got towards the end with the Cajun B double, for example. So, they are going to have an AWP and M4s. No kits, though, which could be a bit of an issue going forward, as Hellraisers have typically had pretty decent amounts of entry frag power on, well, these rounds plus Mirage. And, well, there we go. Magic holding the close angle. This is a place that MSL likes to play a lot of the time as well, but instead MSL is going to be on the other side. Angel with frags, and Hellraisers retain a player advantage. Bomb is going to get planted by Dead Fox, and MSL meanwhile is eating up a bit of damage, and there is a decision to be made now, Dignitas, without a defuse kit and only the one flashbang. Do they want to go for this? Well, Config's frag is definitely going to bait them into it now. I feel like they were waiting for a frag, and if it didn't come their way, they would have backed away instead. MSL goes in first, lands the headshot, keeping this alive, but it's Dead Fox, the man, the myth, the beast, who on Mirage pretty much single-handedly carried Hellraisers to the victory, but he is no longer alive and kicking, and there is enough time for the defuse. So the Dignitas just about slither through. 3-1, they also pick up the AWP for Cajun. If they want to go for double AWP, there's definitely a fair shout towards going for a double AWP. I mean, Cobblestone is certainly one of those maps where double AWPs does make a bit of sense. I guess they feel like they lose a bit of the close range potential that an M4 gives you. That's fair. I think either or decision is completely understandable. Maybe assuming that Hellraisers would come straight back in with a fast B play. It's not going to be the case here again. There is a stack. It's going to be Dead Fox is actually on top of his teammate over the box. I believe he's on top of Stico. Yep. So Dead Fox is looking for the play upstairs, but can easily flick down if he sees Config coming up the broken wall side. So, the solid position, honestly, and Config is a very aggressive player up on B platform. Like, we typically see him using smokes and hiding behind them. He's super aggro, and you can see him now. As soon as that smoke goes down, he's already moving into position. So, Hellraisers clearly know what's coming up against them. Actual fact, I think it was against VP at Bucharest, where Config got wrecked consistently on the B plat by playing too aggro. That could very well be an issue for him. Narrowly missing out on a frag on Sticko. Just unfortunate, really. Especially I was around the right place. And Sticko actually goes just pushing. Just outright pushes it. Outrageous play. But it works. And now Cajun spots the hit coming through. I think he actually landed the tag. How unfortunate have Dignitas been in this round? A couple timings and then legging a player when it looked dead on. And Magic's next to fall. I've got to say, Dignitas just seem caught in so many different places in their heads. I do worry for them, honestly. I mean, I'm saying that I just got back from Bucharest and I'm tired. These guys just got back from Bucharest as well. After travelling early on in the day with a new patch. Because remember that at Bucharest they played on the old patch. They didn't play on the new one. That got ruled out because of all the boosting nonsense. So how much time have these guys had, really, to adapt to live? Dead Fox eats a headshot. But we'll return with an AWP shot, and of course AWP will triumph. Stick over next player to pick up a frag. Cajun was on the prowl for a kill. Honestly, with pistols, understandably go for it. Bino's next to fall, and Hellraisers are looking dominant. They are looking way better than Dignitas at this point. I've got to say. This has 5-1 written all over it. And Dignitas, their economy is in a place where this has 6-1 written all over it, honestly. At that point, 6-1 on the CT side against you is a very dark, dangerous place to be. And Hellraisers actually showed that their CT side was far better than their T side on Mirage. And I feel like with the style of players they have, that's probably going to be the case here on Cobblestone. I mean, Magic is still tilting off the face of the planet. He finished, I think, with like 12, 15 kills somewhere in that mark in second overtime. He's currently 006, so cue the 007 James Bond music because it's coming in pretty soon, potentially. Especially considering that he only has a deagle this round. Config again, aggressive at B, and again he's going to get picked off from Sticko. I'm not sure how you really analyse this game so far. Hellraisers have just been doing what I would deem illegal things. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this game right now. The FBI are going to be all over me, and Rubino's just got completely destroyed by Sticko. More of the same. Magic, don't get the bond! Dignitas are getting wrecked. Hellraisers, just put them out their misery, please. This is a bit tough to watch, because Dignitas are typically a solid Cobblestone team. Alright. Come on, Dignitas, I want to see something. I want to see something special. Magic really isn't having the greatest days, bless him. I do feel for him, though, honestly. So, Dignitas have tried playing fast, they've tried playing slow. Neither has really worked out. This time they have full M4s. Hellraisers coming into this, of course, with the AWP of Dead Fox. They've got plenty of money behind it, so there's no easy rounds from here on out. Magic has got himself a kill on the board. Let's hope that's the first of many. MSL, in the meanwhile, with his M4 does come out the best for that trade, but the avenging frag puts him down. But, all things told, this is one of the best chances Dignitas have had so far on the CT side. They find themselves in a 3-on-3 with all three players healthy, with nades and a kit with Kevlar. So, sure, the terrorists are still in a great position, but Dignitas haven't had this many chances in this position. 35 seconds left. Bondic setting up the smoke towards the doors. Alright, it's going to land right now in the face of Rubino, so he has to quickly wrap himself around. 15 seconds left. If Hellraisers even left themselves enough time to execute on the site with at this point, Cajun is single-handedly just mopping them up. Sticko does come in. Config now can't stop the plant, so this is going to go down. Sticko, with about half a second to go, gets the plant, keeps his team alive. Config flashing out so he can peek. That does land in the eyes of Sticko, but he has the sanctuary of the site itself to hide behind. This will be a brutal loss for Dignitas. Config doesn't seem to know where Sticko is, and he uses the smoke to his advantage. And Hellraisers once again one-up Dignitas. 7-1 now. Dig back onto a horrific buy. And Hellraisers are gathering momentum at a scary fast pace. And they're showing no signs of slowing down. Again, we're going to have the boost we saw this earlier. Going to be Dead Fox up. Identical play. This time Config walks right into it. And there must be a sense now of Dignitas just being so frustrated. try and take drop control. Cajun's there with the Mag 7 with the flash lands in his face. Does turn quick enough. Bondic with the AK needs to be careful, because if he keeps lurking around there, he will end up getting his head taken off his shoulders. Or not. Magic can't do anything either. MSL with the Eagle. You know what the most brutal games to solo cast are? Games like this. Just like pure stomps. Because I literally don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, boys. There's nothing I can really say or analyze that you guys can't see with your own eyes. Hellraisers are just having their way with Dignitas. Like, they're just pounding them, and Dig seem to have no answers. So what? Dignitas have 15 kills after 10 rounds. Dignitas nearly combined have the same amount of frags that Sticko has by himself. What can you do? Nope, not a best of 3. It's 2 separate best of 1s in the EPL, so these matches go towards points in the league. Currently Dignitas, I think, are about 6th. I'm not sure if the league has been updated or not since the previous games that were played between Astralis and Penta. That went 1-1. If you didn't see the previous game. And Dignitas, this is maybe the weakest I've ever seen them on Cobblestone, at least in recent memory. I haven't seen them crumble this hard on their CT side in a very long time. So they will be running with a double up setup, which I guess makes sense. Just trying to mix things up. That's a beautiful flashbang, but Deadfox actually somehow lands that kill and takes some of the momentum away, which Magic's going to re-establish again. This is much better. Dignitas finally awakening. Just a couple of perfectly timed flashbangs. Blinding up the mid-push. Dignitas double their CT rounds. Very important, though, that they keep this going and don't reset their own loss bonus and put themselves in a worse position than before. So, the double ups will remain intact. Config has one of them. Again, he's typically the B platform player. He doesn't often play passive on B. You see a lot of B players will often go back towards the chicken coop, maybe the statue. But he's always going to be a player that at least a couple times will peek onto that platform and try and make some work. They've gone for a different setup this time. MSL's up on the tree. Rubino's watching drop. The problem is here, though, that Rubino's watching drop, but he's not watching from an angle that will keep MSL safe. So if someone comes down into drop zone, MSL could be a dead man. That's why he has to keep Hoffa and I behind him, which is putting more pressure on Config's shoulders. And with the smokes and mollies out, he's not entirely sure if they've already pushed him or not. So here it comes. This is such a good play from Hellraisers. If they can get this pick onto Cajun, I love the idea of this play. They've read this situation perfectly. Sticko with 2 more frags. Moves to 16 and 3. Will get silenced. And Magic picks up another round. So Dignitas are keeping themselves in this. Also retaining both orbs, which is very important for their economy.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And of course, which I assume this is technical. It wouldn't make any sense for either team to call it tactical at this point. Like, Hellraisers must be feeling like they're still in a pretty good position in terms of their economy and also in terms of being still well and truly ahead. So it seems strange to me to call the tactical timeout here this early on in the game. And Dignitas, why would they call it now? I mean, they just won 2 in a row. They finally started to turn the corner. So I'm fairly confident this is a technical timeout as opposed to anything else. I wish I could give you more information than that, boys, but I am somewhat blind here. Let me have a look to see if I have any info. Nope, can't find anything. So how you guys doing today anyway? Got much planned for the rest of the night? Maybe it's the afternoon for you, depending on where you live. What you're up to. That's going to be a long match. Wouldn't surprise me if this goes into like quadruple overtime. So we are going to be resuming. Again, I'm not entirely sure what the pause was for. I'm assuming it was technical, but who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. Can Dignitas get another round in a row? They now had double ups for quite some time. It would be wise for Magic not to peep that, and I think he has the exact same thought in the back of his mind. So he goes back into long again, triple player stack, and in very similar positions actually. You're seeing here configs behind the statue this time, MSL's up on the tree, Rubino's in an identical position. So this is a very similar strat as last time. Last time Hellraisers actually tried to push in through a window from drop zone. This time it's going to be wrong. Angel with the opening pick is going to go a good way to reassuming the winning ways of Hellraisers. Angel also going to go even further than that. Double spray down. He's picked up 3 this round, and dearie me, Dignitas are getting wrecked. This could actually be an ace. Angel's already got a quad. Comfy's going to try and somehow save the second AWP. Angel's hungry for it, but he's going to get punished for his aggression. His greed, maybe. 13 for 7, and what a great effort by Angel. Fantastic play. If you have audio delays, guys, refresh the stream, it'll fix them. Config puts himself 1 bullet closer to saving the AWP, but Dead Fox will take it away. Hellraisers already, whatever happens in these last 3 rounds, will have a commanding lead going through into the second half. Take a task for another buy. It will only be the 1 AWP. And it will be in the hands of Cajun. What's Config going to have here? There's an M4. Their buy a little bit better than I expected. Zero's going to be coming through the smoke. The entry frags again going the way of Hellraisers, and Rubino in drop. Player to his right hand side. Good frag. Looking to trade out to the AK-47. Zero with the spray through there. The flashbang in his face, but he'll finally get picked off. Dead Fox though does have his back. Bondic now going to be coming in. Lands a frag onto Magic from behind. Cajun is the next to fall, and Hellraisers already with double digits. Absolutely nuts play. Dignitas have nothing. Can they even come back from this deficit? I mean, this is looking like it could be a 12-3 half. This could be over pretty fast. Who won Mirage? Hellraisers won. In double overtime. So, Magic on danger. I like that he's playing aggro. Like if he's tilting, then maybe use that to advantage. MSL does get bank needed. Sticker with a trick shot. On 17 and 4, he's not shown any signs of slowing down on his killing frenzy. Dignitas are trying to encircle them. Config's currently in a position where if someone does try to rotate back to B, they're going to have to walk through him first. So that could definitely be a play to watch out for. Cajun, his curiosity could get the better of him because he's actually rotated round. He's coming back in a perfect moment. He is going to eat a bit of damage. The smoke's going to fend him off for now. It's Rubino with the Mag 7. This could be a perfect play by Rubino. There it is. The headshot looking for the second one and Config from behind. Dignitas, again, just about hold on, but the best they can do is get 5 rounds this half. Last round of the half, we'll see Hellraisers with 1 up. What does Angel have? He's got a Glock, but what else do you have, Angel? Come on. Tell me that someone didn't drop a weapon for you at spawn and you didn't pick it up. Naughty boy. So, Dignitas, even if they can somehow get this round, is 5 rounds going to be enough? Is that enough to catapult them back into it? Angel was playing Lurk. He likes to do this on maps like Overpass as well, but he'll go by himself and try and flank as much as possible. Rubino with a headshot onto Bondic. This does give Dignitas a glimmer of hope into this round, but Sticko picks him up on the cross. All 6 players will momentarily be over on the B side. Actually, I say that, but Magic is having second thoughts and maybe assumes there could be a potential of a re-rotation coming in. Cajun has the shot, but actually MSL's going to come out second best in that trade, a trade that he really should be winning. And now that Magic's out of position for a little while longer, how long can Cajun B hold on to this? 30 seconds left. Flashbang will land in the eyes of Sticko, but he's alive for a little while longer. Nice shot from Cajun onto Sticko. He's on 20 for 5. He's been the monster so far. And he's going to land the headshot. Sticko with another clutch. 21 kills in the first half. Barbaric. No mercy. Sticko is on a warpath. Get out of his way or die. What do you even say? Ripped microphone, I took a drink, bro. Solo casting is thirsty business. Can I take another one? If that's cool.
Terrorists win.
Ayo. Okay. Predictions, boys. Keep me sane, please. So I know I'm not talking to myself. What do you reckon the score's going to be? I'm going to go, like, honestly, before this game even started, I thought Dignitas would clean this up like 16-8. 16-8, 16-9, you know, a pretty straightforward win. A complete wreckage. You know, Hellraisers showing a bit of promise here and there. The fact Hellraisers are 11-4 up at half-time is somewhat mind-blowing to me. But I think there's a lot of variables behind this that play in. You know, I said it before, I'll say it again. I mean, Magic is tilting. I mean, his Twitter pretty much sums that up. I don't know if he deleted the tweet or not, but he is clearly tilting. How much practice have Dignitas been able to have with a new patch? I'm not so sure. They just got back from Bucharest, where they were playing on the older patch. Movement's a little bit different. There's boost spots and such that weren't there in the previous patch, and I think that's hurt them. Plus the fact, how do you contend with Dead Fox being godlike on the first map, And Sticko picking that up on the second one. I mean, he's 21 frags after the first half. And he's got clutches galore. Like, the guy's just been an absolute monster. 16-6 for Hellraisers. 16-13 for Dignitas. You really think Dignitas are going to win this half? 12-3. I mean, it's possible. Rip. So I will also be casting tomorrow, guys. I think there's another 4 maps of Counter-Strike tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what the teams are that are playing tomorrow. I'll have to look into that, actually. But it should be good. It should be fun. You guys are so savage. Alright, second pistol, here we go. In future, I think, honestly, I should just cut to music as soon as the map's done. Like, as soon as the halftime's done, until it's back up again. I wasn't muted, Morgan, I'm just trying to save my voice and save my sanity a little bit. Here we go, Dignitas. You've got to win this pistol. We saw Hellraisers play very aggressive over on the A side and get themselves, I think it was 4 kills in the matter of 2 or 3 seconds. Just rushing straight up like we're about to see here. They don't check the side of Bonding. Will be maybe a bit disappointed he didn't get more than that. I think he was spoiled for choice. So it's going to be Angel, who's got 1 kill. Rubino's down to 2. He's about to get finished off. Bomb kit drops. 2-on-2 though. Magic is going to try and make amends for a couple of poor maps. Sticko, the animal, is going to die. Magic actually lands the shot, so Dignitas have won the second pistol, and it started so well for Hellraisers. Bondic holding mid, I thought really was going to be the catalyst for a fairly easy pistol, but Dignitas come back strong. And that's exactly what they needed to keep in this. Now, I'm not going to say that they're definitely going to win this map. I'm not even going to say they're going to come back. But that is a good way of starting. He's forecasting, yes. Have been the entire night. It's my bad, though, because I was going to cast with Dust, but he's actually travelling to England for an event that we're doing together later this week. So, my bad. I should have known. But I'm fine solo casting. It's just, I think, because I got back from Bucharest yesterday that I'm still sort of like zombified from that, from travelling. It's just a combination of the two things. But that's enough about me and my scrubby life. Let's get back into the action at hand. Dignitas with their 2 SMGs. 3 SMGs, actually. They've got 2 MAC-10s in the UMP, but they have 2 AK-47s, which are in the hands of Rubino and Magic. Rubino is going to be over on the B side. I was about to say that Cajun's by himself, but he does have the MAC-10, so it really isn't the end of the world to lose that weapon, especially considering the rest of the guys made sure they did buy head armor. Didn't take expendable weapons, we talk about this a lot. Setting up the SMGs to do the dirty work. If he dies, it's no big deal. But Dead Fox now with the USP. He's going to buy himself a little bit more time with the MAC-10, maybe. Well, I'm not exactly solving that premise, and that's the problem. He tries to tap long range. Rubino picks up a quad. Dignitas move 1 step closer. Yes, Alex, I am. Best event myself and Dust are doing. Cage just with a Tech 9 so he can upgrade to an AWP. I'm pretty sure that's the call anyway. This allows him to get the Beast Sniper in his mitts for rank. I said rank. That's just the total wrong word. For round 4 on this half is the one I was looking for there. Hellraisers not coming into much in this round. So, they are going to be stacking B with 3, although the other 2 players are very fastly able to get back onto B site as well. Lower rotation time. About as slow round as you could really hope for. If you're into slow rounds, that is. Angel narrowly actually missing out on that shot. MSL goes back in for a second glimpse, and that's a little bit precarious, I think it's safe to say. Especially when you hear the deagle ripping out. I mean, that's surely one area you don't want to be in. MSL could end up actually paying for this with his life. He's down at 24, then he got dinked again to 13. But the execute's actually going to be on the B side. The groundwork has been put down courtesy of Config and Rubino. And Zero is going to fall too. And although there is a UMP in the hands of Angel, I feel like there's probably not going to see any more action. It's about to run straight into Config's Amber Fade Mac 10. On Dick, go on son. Get some kills. Let's go. I reckon he's going to kill Config, and that's it. Trash caster confirmed. Here comes the buy, though. Hellraisers will have a buy. Dead Fox can get an AWP if he so chooses. It will be Glass Cannon, however. Although, no, actually, that's not necessarily true. He could get Kevlar, but it wouldn't be head armor Kevlar. And instead, he does go for an M4. I was curious if Cajun's Tech 9 meant that he'd go for an AWP. Actually has stuck with an AK. So, it's interesting. Dignitas do like to go for set plays on B, for example, so I guess it does make a bit of sense. Dead Fox can see shadows, and you can see footsteps, you can see players, but maybe that's why he goes for the AWP so much. He misses out on his opportunities with the M4, and that opens up things nicely for Dignitas, who will oblige with the heavy aggression up mid, onto the site. Rubino with his AK on the spray down. Bondic in the meanwhile answers back onto Rubino, so it just keeps going blow for blow. But now Dignitas are starting to trail by players, and one of the last 2 players only has a Mac 10. And when he considers against 3 M4s, not a great position to be in. The good news though for Dignitas, they're about to get the bomb planted. Or at least they should be. Config is planting it right now. Incendiary on the site will force Config out into the open. There's a smoke there though that Config can hide in. Now the CTs have a decision to make. They want to push it together as one, or do they want to flank around the sides? MSL playing this one really intelligently. He has got the first pick and the second one. Dignitas should now be winning this one, and it's the leader again. MSL, who is the talisman. Sticko has been a monster, but he's not going to be able to deal with this. 23 for 9, but Dignitas have won the last 4 rounds now. And Hellraisers back into a half-buy / eco situation. So, Dignitas with 3 Mac 10s want to be swimming in the muddies. MSL played that one perfectly, by the way. He gets so much flack, but the dude, he has it within him to be a 6 player. Rubino, east entry. Can't get too carried away about this round, of course. It is a low investment for Hellraisers. But the Mac 10s are doing work. Config actually running around with this P250. As he only had 2 bullets left. So instead, he's going to trade across. And that leaves Angel and his Kevlar on 5.7. Spraying down with the 5.7. Hellraisers now only with a 2-round lead. Will be a buy. And Dead Fox this time will purchase the AWP. Decent amount of ways behind it. Just the 1 kits for Hellraisers on the Bondic. Sticko actually got one as well. So, Dignitas, I feel like they're at their strength when they play more aggro on B when they do their set plays. I feel like it's a really solid strat for them, but I don't see them do it as often anymore. Rubino on 5 health He's going to be lurking around in the shadows of B long, but he gets punished so hard. And now Rubino, who's a guy that does get a lot of entries on the B side of the map, being that low, really crushes Dignitas' potential to actually get out on there. I'm not saying the round's over by any stretch of the imagination, especially as Config actually cheekily pushes the smoke and punishes Dead Fox. But what I am saying is it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything with that pick. It's all well and good getting the first pick, but it's what you do with it that really counts. And it seems like it could be a case of drop dominance, with Rubino putting in more of a utility support mentality. Cbble just rushing in with a Tech 9 will reap the kill. And now it's down to Sticko again. There's the first one. And the way he's been playing, you wouldn't put it past him to clutch this single-handedly. Angel is the only player on A, and the bomb is starting to traverse its way over to the side of the map. 29 seconds. Look how much damage he just did to Config. Config's down to 1. Rubino will get the pick on 0. The patience to sit in that corner for that long, knowing there could be a grenade flying your way, is unreal. Angel should have done way better, but there's 3 players now for Hellraisers that are 10 health and below. What is this madness? Sticko's going to get one of them. I think he just wants to save the AWP. So Dignitas now, at this stage, would have picked up 6 rounds in a row. Will Sticko save? I think he's going to have some troubles because Config is coming round the side with the AWP, although he's very low, so will he even want to peek? Of course, with Dignitas winning so many rounds, it's definitely worthwhile trading. Oh, nice shot, Sticko. Not too bad. But it'll be worthwhile trading for them as they've got players on like 10k and plus. But Hellraisers now do have a power play, and I think as a result of having the AWP, they're actually going to force behind it. And it's not too bad overall. UMP, couple for masses, plenty of nades. This is the fast play I was talking about before. Dignitas is so solid on. I don't know why they haven't done this more often. It's very difficult to contend with, but no one else is actually calling Rubino out, and Zero gets 2 frags. Are you actually serious? How? You saw Rubino goes out, gets a frag. He's by himself for about 5 seconds. No one else is following him up.
Bomb has been planted.
Maybe Dignitas are going to get this round anyway. Maybe it's a small blip on the radar. Dead Fox with 1. Still, that retake is going to be very tough to deal with. MSL's already pulled off a couple of massive plays in similar positions. It was over on A last time behind the APC. MSL, headshots down. Angel, he is on point right now, but Dead Fox is trying to regain some of that momentum that saw him rip apart Mirage. Config with 1 frag, but that incendiary, can he even afford to go through it? He can't afford, he has to back away. He's hoping Dead Fox doesn't have a kit. Oh my goodness, Config. He just got Glock blocked by the molly. You could see his thought process. He was like, I really want to get to the bomb, but I can't. I've got 20 health. I'll die. Hellraisers somehow, someway get that round under their belts. And you've got to feel bad for Config. I don't know what the hell I'd have done in that situation. I may have just gone for it, to be honest, and hope for the best. About to say, what can you do, because you're about to have players literally raining on top of you. Zero with another double frag. He did this last round too. It gave Hellraisers a great opportunity to get back into it. And Dignitas, who've been on a tear this second half, are now falling 1 by 1. Zero with 3 in that round. Didn't lose a single point of health. And Dignitas are starting to dig deep into their pockets now. They're in such a economically stable position just a few rounds prior, but now they're dipping into their savings. Gamma's so ugly. Whoever you are, sir, you must be drunk. That Gamma knife is beautiful. Config just ate a tasty nade. Rubino's going to be playing flank again. No huge surprises. It seems like whatever Dignitas do, Rubino's going to be on B. He just loves this side of the map. Like, if they aggress on B, Rubino's the first one out. If they play A, Rubino's flanking on B. Like, every single time. If you play Dignitas, you know Rubino's around this area. It's very rare that he isn't. If they have rifles, that is. So he's just going to try and be a bit of a nuisance. The thing is, though, he's also holding this position to make sure Hellraisers don't push. So they don't get a boost, so they don't push up long. And this means that if Dignitas decide they do want to go B at some point, they can be rest assured that no one's going to be up behind them. So I understand the play, and if Rubino's comfortable with it, then why the hell not? He is very solid when he's on form. Zero's going to be holding a position that Config likes to use a lot in the alcove. One of the first players I've so successfully played from there was Taz for VP, but it's going to be Dead Fox and Angel who open their accounts, and Zero from the back is good for one. Cajun instantly spins around on a swivel. Will put him down out of his misery. Dead Fox with a flick. And that could be the round slipping away. Cajun has a lot of work cut out for him. There's the first one. And the second one. Cajun, are you actually going to pull this off? It's looking so good. And Cajun with the flick. Dignitas stay in for one more round. Really shouldn't have been going their way. Unreal play, Cajun. You monster. He's had a quiet game, in fairness. He hasn't quite been getting the impact kills where they counted, but that is phenomenal. Puts Hellraisers right back up against it as well. Their economy back to the dumps. I love how someone is just like,
well, actually, you'll find that was a default play, and I could have done that with my eyes closed. So,
of course he could, mate. Of course he could. Definitely. Config double spray down. Hellraisers. Oh, Bondic actually got wrecked through the doors there. I think he actually landed a dink onto Magic afterwards. Rip for Zero. Choose your death. Flames, bullets. He chose an AWP round to the chest. Sounds painful. Probably a quicker death than fire there is, though, to be fair. I feel like that's pretty much an instant death. But Hellraisers backing away again to save. Dignitas on this half. Just to put things in context, Hellraisers only have 2 rounds in this half so far. Which is so mad considering how far ahead they were in the first half. 11 to 4. Someone actually predicted, I'm now remembering that someone predicted, as we're seeing the CPUs actually get wasted here, somebody predicted, and if it was you, then you were a monster, right? They predicted that Dignitas would win this 16-13, and I even said that is a ballsy prediction. But the way this is going, you know, I don't know, dude. That is one hell of a prediction, whoever that was. Because Dignitas are actually in a position now where I would say they're firm favourites. Look at the economy for Hellraisers. Look at the way this game has been going, the momentum. In fact, Dignitas have been able to consistently enter on sites and just clean up the CTs or any problems. Bombs to get planted. UMP for Angel as MSL did die. But that UMP has just been alleviated from him, courtesy of Config. So 13 apiece. Dignitas. Oh, did I say I was quick casting? Alright, Vincent. We share the same name, bro. I shall then. You got me. 16-13 or quick casting. Rip. Bit of a shank, bruv. And also the AWP. So a decent passenger play for Hellraisers. It's money in the bank and an AWP. Why the hell not? Can't get too excited, of course, because it basically meant nothing in the round. It does mean something for this round, though. Because now Bondi can drop the AWP to Dead Fox, and it definitely boosts their buy by quite a margin. Alright, Hellraisers, my career rests on your shoulders. Just one more round is all I need. One more round. Don't do it to me, Hellraisers. Here we go. Rubino again. No huge surprise where he is. This time it's going to be Config, who's actually over on the other side of the map. Will be playing the flank. He could be coming head-to-head with Angel, but Auto Director feels like Rubino is the more exciting prospect, you know, eyeing up that flash into a smoke. So I'm going to switch over to Bondic because I feel like he could be the player that's in the action next. Let's have a look at how the setup is working for the CT. So double stack on the staircase. The two players I highlighted earlier that could be seeing action were Angel and Config, and they have actually rattled off against one another. Zero with the headshot, leaving MSL and Magic. We'll be using their aggression through onto the site, and MSL has picked up a frag onto Dead Fox. That being said, on the cross, some bullets do find their way onto Magic. Bomb gets planted. The important play here for me is that Stico waits for his teammate to get there. Doesn't want to peek up too early. They don't have a kit, but they still have time to play with. So, how is this flash looking? Doesn't quite hit on anybody. MSL gets headshot. It's a beautiful reaction shot from Sticko, who's now going to go in for Magix, who has just picked up a frag. What is that shot, Sticko? Are you serious? What? Just the casual flick 2 headshot, get wrecked, scrub. And the defuse.
Counter-terrorists win.
Career saved. Thank you, Sticko. I'll slip you a bribe later on, mate. Alright then. So, no big deal. Sticko just landed pretty nuts play. 29 and 15, of course. Like a monster. Why not? And Dignitas are going to retaliate in a hyper-aggressive play, which will see Zero getting the first kill. But the terrorists are now going to start to push their way out. Sticko, who's been in this position a few times before, in fairness to Dignitas, they do check that one. Zero not able to get the spray, point blank range. Cajun from the side will best Bondic, but the frag's going back and forth. Cajun and Magic are so low on health. One bullet will end even. They go for the boost, but Config this time is going to channel as in a Sticko and gets a double spray down. And this game will not end. Hellraisers are now up Poops Creek without a paddle, let's just say. And there is an ever-growing hole in the canoe. All the flashes, though. All of them. Sticko. USP in hand. Just wants to drop a 30. I mean, at this point, it's like, I don't even care about this game. I just want the 30 bomb. Go on. Oh, Dead Fox stole it, you scumbag. Why would you do that? Sticko's 30, bro. The least he can do is give him the UMP. Come on, Dead Fox. Don't be a dick. Setting up for X6 once again. P250, Bondic will be taking points. Alrighty then, Config. Well, that just happened. See, if he gave Sticko the UMP, you'd have killed all of them. Dead Fox.
Terrorists win.
Sticko will keep the UMP alive. Alongside the AKs, the Hellraisers do have a much better buy. You can see here their economy. They had like 3k on Bondic and Sticko. So saving those two weapons actually is really important for their chances of clutching this round and taking us into another overtime. Who would have ever thought that we'd be in a position where Dignitas Hellraisers match would potentially go into multiple overtimes? I honestly felt this game would be one of the easiest 2-0s I've passed in quite some time. So Dignitas, by and large, just poking, probing the CTs. Zero again using Alcove. He's been here before. Cajun's actually boosted up. We saw Dead Fox and Sticko doing this before. And Zero's going to die on the cross. So that's going to definitely help Dignitas' chances of outright winning this game. Sticko now, the next player to potentially walk into the chopping block. Flashbang. Doesn't do a great deal. Dead Fox. With the frag. Odd crosshair placement, not gonna lie. Get on your tinfoil hats, boys. Made some flashes, and here comes a set play again. Problem is, though, Dignitas have done this quite a few times now, and it's typically been their go-to round when they wanted to try and win and force the issue. So I do think the CTs honestly would have called this one at some point. I think Dead Fox from behind, and oh my goodness, 4 kills in about a space of a second. Hellraisers are going to take us to a third overtime. And here we go again. I'm going to mute my mic, boys, and I'm going to get a couple bites to eat because I am at this point feeling like I am completely wrecked. So I'll just leave the warm-up on. For some reason, my game just alt-tabbed by itself. That was pretty cool. But I'm going to leave the warm-up on and just get some... Or not, because they started the game really quick this time. FML, we're not eating, there's food in front of me. And it's like, Vince, eat me. And I can't because... game. That's the noise in my plate running away from me. Just gonna go and cry in a corner now. Alright, no, head back in the game. Dignitas, Hellraisers, third overtime. Dignitas have been here before, and they lost. Quite simply put, went 22-18 in the end. They lost in second overtime after getting completely wrecked. But the difference this time around is actually it was Dignitas who were battling back towards the end. I think it was 15-12. And Dignitas got themselves back into 15-15. This time it was Hellraisers who were clawing their way back in. So I don't even know who we side with to be the favourites at this point, where the momentum lays. His casting. Eleanders, mate. Cast it, idiot. Okay. Appreciate it. Oh, it's a pretty heavy rotation today. This is not going to bode well for Dignitas. Please don't do this to me right now, Auto Director. Please. I can't deal with you. Frags are going back and forth, however. And I was about to say that there was a very real, scary possibility that Dignitas were going to walk into that 3-man stack. And that's exactly what happened. And now it's all down to Cajun. He's moving his way via connector towards B. Zero was on long, but he's actually moving away here. What's the call? Judging from the other two CT positions, they know that Cajun is on his way to B, so why is Zero running away from that? That was weird. Didn't end up mattering in the end, but there you go. So Hellraisers are going to draw first blood in the overtime again. This is what happened last time around. Dignitas needs some inspiration. Dead Fox is going to be moving into position again. He's waiting for the jump. Lands the shot, but Magic's down to 15. Tagged but not fragged. Angel now steps up. The flashes, the smoke's landing in his eyes. Can't see a single thing. Dead Fox misses out on another shot, so that's going to be him dead. Angel, meanwhile, did push through the smoke into mid, but again, it's just a case of the frags going either side. All 4 players are healthy, so game well and truly on. Although Bondic is in a good position just outside of Murder Hole, he has to wait for Zero to get in. So they could try a 2-pronged retake. MSL isn't really going to be deterred too much by that flashbang. It was mainly Cbble that got wrecked by that, but the second flash does land. That's going to cost MSL his life. Cbble is on the APC. First frag goes his way, but not the second. And Bondic can afford to wait for the molly. He's like, please get out of here. He does have time. It's close, but he does have time.
Bomb has been defused.
Is sound live or rerun? What? Try refreshing the stream, guys. If it sounds dodgy for you, it should fix it. What's wrong with the sound? It's like literally been fine the entire time. Try refreshing the stream, see if that helps. If I'm being trolled, I'm just getting wrecked. Oh, Rubino with a headshot onto Zero. He is going to bite it straight afterwards, though. But look how many CTs he's actually kept interested over on the B side. Dead Fox can land the frag before the smoke is going to plume in front of him. Now Magic is going to get the spray. So Dignitas, after conceding the first 2 rounds in pretty devastating fashion, looking to at least get 1 going through into the second half of overtime here. And it's hard to see how Bondic and Sticko can do this. Cajun is actually using an angle you don't really expect someone to be stood in the mid-room. And will secure the final frag. So Dignitas will take 1 round through onto their CT half of overtime. Yeah, it is an issue with Twitch sometimes. If you refresh Twitch, it will fix the sound delay. I know that's like a legit problem that some people have. I've had it before too. It's Twitch, bros. If you play this caster backwards, you get Satanic Versus. Cool. No, I know they're not completely trolling me because it is an issue that I've had before as well. Just people need to follow through with it. Anyway, that's enough getting sidetracked. Dignitas on the CT side. They'll be running with 1 AWP. I was curious if we'd see 2. This Conflict has done this a couple times in the past, using his AWP on the B side. We also saw him using it pretty solidly on Statue and Chicken Coop. He's typically a player that likes to play aggressive on the platform. But there's been a lot of nades used to fend him out of position, so maybe that's why we're seeing more of a passive config. Using the M4 on Statue, I believe that is. Yes, it is. There isn't a co-caster, bro. Casting alone. That's why you can't hear a co-caster. I know you're trolling, but there you go. So Hellraisers already evade a bit of damage on Angel and Bondic, but they still retain the vast majority of their grenades. They got 4 smokes, 4 mollies, healthy dosage of flashbangs. Dignitas on the other side of the coin, though, do have a fair amount of nades themselves, an incendiary, a couple of HEs. And with 40 odd seconds left, a lot to play for. Dead Fox is going to eat that grenade to the face. So he's going to take quite a bit of damage. Conflict's now up on the box. That flashback completely neutralizes him. He has to play this one so carefully. Comes out at the perfect time. Him alongside Rubino have both got themselves kills. Goes back into for seconds. That is risky. At this point, I think they're just trying to waste as much time as possible for the terrorists. So if it's at the cost of a life, then so be it. Angel's out first. He spots MSL, who's just by the tree. Where is the cover, boys? Like, fair enough, Conflict's going to get 2 kills, 3 kills in total. But MSL, there must be some harsh words exchanged between the 2 of them. I suppose it's kind of like, I forgive you because you got 3 kills and we won the round, but if they lost that, then toys would have been out the pram. Raven. I read chat just basically to have something to bounce off, otherwise I'd just be like gradually going mad. Look at this, more aggressive play this time though. Magic, this is one of the first times I've actually seen this setup. So Cajun's going to have a shot, he misses, they're going to be like, cool, it's pretty much empty, and then Magic's going to get the double spray down. I love that setup. I love that Dignitas are busting that out now. So late on in overtime. They didn't do this a single time in regulation. Magic's going to get a 3. It definitely seems like he has dusted off whatever problems he had earlier on. Where he was getting super tilted, super mad. Tweeting stuff about how much he was sick of playing online games after getting back from an event. And how crap the movement was and such. But now he is definitely showing up. 23 kills. And remember, cast your minds back, we did have Agent Magic. He dropped to 007. So he is definitely picked things up. And quite simply put, Hellraisers now find themselves backs against the wall. If they lose this round, they will lose the map. And after having such a valiant comeback, that would hurt, that would sting. What do you have in store here, Hellraisers? You've lost the first play. You only have 1 smoke and 2 flashes to play off. What's the call? Is it just super balls to the wall aggression? What do you do? They've got 0 over with an AK. Angel may just have to pick heads or tails here on which side he checks when he comes out. But they've actually got double stack. Magic and MSL are both here. That could force MSL out into the open. That one frag that actually went down on drop forced MSL out, and that cost him his life. The good news, though, for Dignitas is with the double stack, Magic came in straight afterwards. Dead Fox is there with the UMP, however. And back to a 2-on-2 we go. 35 seconds left. Magic actually vacated the area and gave the bomb up on control. Dead Fox. Top fragging, 25. Well, actually not top fragging. Sticko has been, but he hasn't dropped any kills in this overtime, which is maybe one of the reasons why Hellraisers are struggling so much. Right, Dead Fox. You have a very unenviable position of a 1v2 with both players coming from very separate locations. Of course, you don't know this, but there's Fox. Fox here. Tapping doesn't get the frag, and Dignitas will have this map. It was a grueling affair with both maps going into overtime. But Dignitas are going to win the second to go 1-1 overall. That was pretty important to their EPL standings. That's going to put them 10 for 6. Which, if I have a very quick check, I believe... Let me refresh that very quick for you guys. So 10 for 6 would put them over G2 and Astralis and put them even with Mouse Sports. So they'd be around 3rd or 4th place.